Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Brent.
Dave.
Just a question for you. I don't want you to take this wrong. Please don't take this wrong.
I love it when conversations with you begin this way.
Well, I got a mow out here. And I got the lawns have kind of, where there's green grass is sprouted up.
I know.
But the brown stuff, I don't know if, Logan said the other day from Arrow Seed that if we don't have those brown spots coming up in another week or so, we may need to reseed some areas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all I'm saying, neighbor, is I'm going to be doing some mowing, and as you know, someday when I retire from radio, I'm going to go into another business, and that would be Dave's lawn and knife sharpening business. And
okay.
So, and I know you're going to be busy the next. You got the track meet today.
Correct.
And then Mom and Jim are coming in tomorrow. Is that correct?
Hopefully today.
Oh, today.
Yeah.
All right. So now what I could do, because we're neighbors and friends and brothers, I would slip over there when I do the yard, our yard, and do yours as kind of a introductory offer.
Oh, really? What do you mean introductory offer?
Well, if you like the job that I do at no charge, I would do it at no charge because I want you to be, spiffed up when Peg and Jim come in.
Yeah.
So I would do it at no charge. And then after that, we could come up with a mutual contract agreement. It'd be neighborly. Don't get me wrong. It would be neighborly. Maybe a contract of X amount per month or per mowing, with of course the fine line writing at the bottom that I would be guaranteed so many mowings a month.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, let's do it this way. You come over and do that first mowing for free, then we'll talk.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll do a complimentary.
So you'll come over and do a complimentary, no strings attached.
Right.
And then we can talk about a contract, which I would not be obligated to sign in any manner. Correct?
Well, if you have me come over and do the complimentary mowing, that would be, yes, a sample of what I can do for you.
Okay.
And then,
well, come on over and just give me a sample.
Then
we'll, I mean, I ain't going to sign the contract, but I'd love to see a sample of your work.
Well, there would be somewhat of an obligation on your part if you're going to.
Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. Now it's going to be an obligation.
Well, not an obligation, just a commitment that you sign a little.
So it's not a free sample.
It's free.
No, it's not. It's not a free sample if you're going to come over and do it, and then all of a sudden I have to be committed to signing a contract with you. No.
It's not binding.
Okay. Well, if it's not binding, then you come on over and do a free sample.
It's just an introductory
Can you do it
offer.
today?
Well, I'd like to. I don't know what's going on around here. It's been a little crazy. I don't know if get out of here or not. If I don't get it done today, I don't know if Peg and Jim might see the dark side of the neighborhood.
Yeah, well, they're coming in tonight.
They're coming in tonight.
Yeah,
well, we need to get
late this afternoon, I think.
Now, it is extra for me to weed eat.
You don't need to do that. Don't
you sure?
worry about it. Yeah.
I mean, I'd trim it up a little bit for you at least a small fee.
Now, wait a minute. What do you mean? You mean, okay, so you'll come over and mow it, but you won't weed eat as a sample. You're not going to give me a sample of your weed eating skills?
No, that's extra.
You're all heart.
Well, I'm trying to do a good thing.
Yeah. But no, I'm interested in the free sample. So, yeah, come on over and give me a sample of your work. And
Would you be willing to
I
pay
would-
for the weed eating?
what?
Would you be willing
No.
to? That's an extra. That's an extra service over the mowing part.
Well, if you do a decent job mowing,
Well,
then
will.
I shouldn't have to be too concerned about, the weed eating.
Well, would you be okay with a $25 charge on the weed eating?
No, I ain't paying you $25 to come over and knock off the high spots that you couldn't get while you were mowing.
Can I explain something? What's going to happen here? It's going to be like getting a haircut for free, and then the barber or beautician doesn't shave off the hair on the back of your neck. And so you've got this nice trim job, and then you've got this fluffy hair on the back of your neck at the bottom of your at the base of your neck there. And so all is lost. Your haircut looks nice, but when you have a fuzzy neck, it's distracting, and it won't complement the actual nice haircut. If I'm coming over to mow your lawn as beautifully as I can, it would be a shame not to weed eat it as well. And then, of course, that's an extra charge.
We have wonderful people in this area who cut hair. Do we not? We've talked to several of them.
Oh, certainly.
We've done remotes at hair salons and things. Wonderful people. I don't know of anyone in this area that cuts hair that would give you a haircut and then leave it untrimmed on the back of your neck and then charge you extra to take care of that.
Let me just comb my hair a little bit so it looks
That's
there.
part of the haircut.
Well, no.
Is to see that you are taken care of in the back.
Well, maybe that's a borderline. That's a somewhat of an argument, but it'd be like going to the barber and saying, cut my hair, make me look nice, and, oh, by the way, I need a shave. Get the shave and not pay for it. It's extra. You wouldn't expect
Wait
a barber.
a minute.
You
A,
wouldn't
a shave is completely separate from a haircut. They're not the same thing.
I know. Weed eating is not the same thing as mowing. So if you went to the barber and you said, Bill, I'd like a nice haircut and a shave.
Okay. All right.
The shave, and he's probably going to put a little bit of that foam on the back of your neck and take the blade and clean it up for you, shave your face. You wouldn't expect that barber to do that for no extra charge over your haircut.
I would like to hear from other people who mow yards in this area. All right? We have great people who do it. They mow yards, some for a living. I'd like to know, do you mow the yard and then give an extra charge for weed eating? Maybe they do. I don't know.
Well, here's the other part of it, Brent, my good friend and neighbor. If we could just come up with, after this complimentary mowing, if we could come up with a contract
Oh, here we go.
for Dave's lawn and
Now
knife
wait a
sharpening
minute.
business.
You just said you were going to come over and mow the yard as a free sample, a complimentary mowing of the yard
I
as
will.
a sample of your work with no binding toward a contract or anything. Now, I could sign a contract, but I don't have to. So I'm saying come on over and give me the free sample, and that'll be great with me. As far as the weed eating, I'm not gonna pay you to weed eat.
That's just not very neighborly.
I'll just, I mean, if you do it, if you do a good job mowing, there won't be many areas that have to be weed eated.
Oh, that is just kind of the finishing touches on a good mow. The other part of that is if I do your lawn for free, and okay, you say, don't weed eat. Then I don't want to pay extra to have the weed eating done.
I still don't understand why you would give me a free complimentary sample of your work for mowing the yard, but you won't give me a free complimentary sample of weed eating. I mean, I think you would want to do both. That way I would know if I want both done by you.
Do you understand the cost of fuel these days? The amount of money it takes to mix up the oil and gas in a weed eater? It's very expensive. And I just would expect that you would understand that that's an extra cost for yours truly as well.
I have an electric weed eater. I'll get the extension cords out and let you use it.
I don't think you want me to do that because my grandpa many years ago had an electric mower, and I cut the cord several times. I could remember him patiently putting a piece of candy in and rolling that around while he was taping the line back together.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's just
Okay.
an offer.
All right. Well, thank you for the offer. And again, I'm interested in the free sample.
Right.
Don't know if I'm interested in anything outside of that, but
Well, think about
yeah,
it.
come on over and
Well,
yeah.
I'll show you what I can do, and then if we get into the contract later, I'll be neighborly with you. It'll be very reasonable, and I'll include the weed eating with the service in the contract if you will, guarantee that you'll have me mow your yard, let's say 3 times a month, or whatever we agree on. It's a flexible contract. It's very, very flexible. It's fluid.
Oh, I'm sure. Who's going to mow it when you're gone in June?
Well,
Is that going to be in the contract, or I'm still going to have to pay for those days that you don't do it just because it's in the contract? Because I have to pay for so many times per month.
well, it's like when you work for someone and you get vacation time built up, you still get paid when you're on vacation. So why wouldn't you for mowing?
You have an answer for everything.
What am I
You
look-
just have an answer for everything. Can't believe it.
Well, think about it. The final day of Senior Salutes is today, and it's all Loop City today on both radio stations.
Okay.
And again, thank you to all our sponsors, and thank you to the students for filling out the forms, and the administrators at the schools, and teachers and guidance counselors who always have been so great about helping us put this together each and every year. We appreciate it, and today we'll salute the seniors of Loop City. That would be Brent, my good friend and neighbor's alumni. He was alumni of that school, very successful student there.
Thanks for that. I don't know about that, but
Today on The Breakfast Show, we have visitations planned with Clang Financial and Subway Sandwich, and we'll have commentary paid for by Ray Hunt coming up, plus some other things we're going to be talking about. Big track meet today. It's going to be pretty warm, going to be pretty windy.
yes, I think all of those things, but that's okay. Big track meet. D8 is where we're going to be live. A lot of our area teams are coming to Broken Bow to compete at that at Mark Russell Field. Ansley Litchfield serving as the host of the meet, so be a great day. I think field events get started around 9, hope to run on the track around noon. So, yeah, going to be a great day as kids try to qualify for state next week. Also, South Loop and Arcadia Loop City, they'll be competing today as well in Class C, and so we wish them the best as well.
Then the state tournament in Omaha is 4 days?
Correct.
What why is it 4 days?
Well, contact the NSAA. I don't know. Now, they, of course, because of COVID, they changed the format last year, right? And kind of extended it out to 4 days. And I think that there was, everybody's going to have an opinion on it. Do you like it run that way? Do you not like it run that way? So kind of based on some of the changes I think that they had a year ago, they decided to stay with a 4-day format. It won't be the same as it was a year ago. A and B will be featured on Wednesday and Thursday of the meet, and then classes C and D will be featured on Friday and Saturday of next week. I know last year we did it where each class had its own segment, so there was only one class on the track at one time. This year you will have A and B on the track at the same time, so you'll be running Class B followed by Class A in the running events, and the same thing for C and D, and then of course you'll have the field events intermingled throughout on those 2 days for the 4 classes. So, but yeah, I mean, as far as a reasoning, I don't know. I don't know if I read that as just what the NSAA decided to do, so that'll be the format that we run with this year.
Now, question on that. I'm very conservative. I'm a frugal guy.
Yeah.
Or I believe that I fit into that category.
Uh-huh.
Then will the NSAA, will they charge us an extra day since they're stretch because they charge you per day. So will there be an extra charge for that?
Yes. Yeah, we'll be charged for every day we're there.
Don't you hate it? Don't you just hate it when some person or organization like that takes advantage and changes things, or
Yeah, kind of like a guy that I know that approached me about a contract to mow my yard.
Well, moving along, let's play the game, and
Okay.
then we'll also have a visit from the Dave Davis Farmers National, and with that thought in mind, on the serious side,
Yeah.
we'll talk a little bit about Davey Davis, who we lost earlier this week, passed away, and I know many people's hearts are a bit heavy about that because Davey and LaDonna were such great members of this community and moved down closer to their family in Lincoln, and have been rolling along pretty well. And kind of surprising news that we lost Davey Davis, an icon, if you will, a guy who was such a great example of perseverance in life, hitting some rough times, having some challenges that he would talk about openly,
Yeah.
and being as successful as he was as far as his business, and continuing to be the friend of everyone. So we're going to miss Davey, and I know that the hearts are heavy with the Eberleys right now, and anybody else who knew Davey Davis, because we just loved him here.
Yeah.
He was such a supporter, and so much fun to have on the air and be around, and his positive attitude. Hopefully we can learn a little bit from that. So
Yeah, well said. Yeah, you would come in and, record the Dave Davis report
Yep.
on Thursdays, and whoever was setting him up in the studio to record, I think we all would enjoy the 10 minutes before Davey started recording, just visiting with Dave. And for me, it was usually sports related, and I really enjoyed those visits. Cherish them.
Yeah, anybody that's spent time with Davey, I think, feels the same way, Brent. Just a wonderful guy to be around, and a lot of fun. And again, his perseverance in life was such a great example for us to all follow as he made his way through his first life here on Earth. And who knows what Davey's up to now? It's hard to say what he's doing, and he will be missed. So we'll play the game, and then we'll have that report for you.
All right. We're asking questions about historical events that happened in the month of May. This one's going to take us to 1979. May 1979 saw the election of the first female prime minister in the history of which European nation? Was it the United Kingdom, Spain, France, or Germany? May 1979 saw the election of the first female prime minister in the history of which European nation? United Kingdom, Spain, France, or Germany? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor.
Gary's Superfoods is proud to serve you as your hometown grocery store. Pick up these deals through Tuesday. 85% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube, just $3.99 a pound. Delicious Smithfield all-natural whole bone-in pork shoulder is $2.29 a pound. Start your morning right with 52-ounce Our Family orange juice for only $2.99. And snack during the day with Nabisco Oreo or Honey Maid Grahams, 2 for $7. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Barney Health Mart has wonderful savings during their May sale. Visit them Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Adult multivitamin and multi-mineral gummies in a 90-count bottle are $9.99. Health Mart Pain Relief Extra Strength 50-count caplets are $4.99. Ibuprofen 100-count coated tablets are $3.99. Health Mart anti-diarrheal caplets in 24-count packages are $7.99. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
All right, didn't get a call on that one. What is the answer for that one?
May 1979 saw the election of the first female prime minister in the history of the United Kingdom. And it was, you'll know the name when I give it to you, Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, Margaret.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll catch up on things here. News at the top.
Rise and shine.
All right.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Good morning, everyone. This is Kathy Eberly reporting for Dave Davis Auction Service and Farmers National Company. To start with, we are having an auction May 21st. It will be at 107 Kimball Street in Callaway. It is the Gene Hunkins Estate. There's tractors, household collectibles, and shop items. A few of the items are a Wonderwood stove, a new couch, a new recliner, new leather chair, stack on gun safe, new 5-shelf bookcases, a wooden bed frame, wooden cabinets, 4-door metal cabinets, LED TV, a sound bar, a crock pitcher, old marbles, a wooden model airplane. The tractor is a John Deere 70 wide front tractor. And then there's also an Oliver 770 row crop wide front tractor. There are pictures of those on the sale bill. For the shop and miscellaneous items, a few of those items are a Craftsman snowblower, another snowblower, a Homelight 6,000 watt generator, a 2-cylinder air compressor, Honda power washer, a hedge trimmer, Power Horse chainsaw, a jaw saw, a radial arm saw, a 12-inch compound miter saw, Black & Decker workmate, post hole diggers, car ramps, fishing poles, a 133-piece tool set, an air nailer. There's tractor fenders, a new custom cab heater, air hose, paintbrushes, organizers, and electrical wire. Those are just a few of the items. We do have this sale bill on our website if you want to go check that out at davedavisauction.com. But that auction is going to be May 21st at 107 Kimball Street in Callaway. If you do have questions, please call our office. Going over to Farmers National side, we have a new listing at 511 South East Street. It's got the charm, adorable open front porch with a porch swing. Lots of original hardwood flooring, large living room with lots of sunshine, very cute kitchen was remodeled in 2014, granite countertops, white cabinets, breakfast bar, and stainless steel appliances. Formal dining room has built-in china hutch, back porch has laundry area, main floor has 1 bedroom and a full bathroom, upstairs has the 2nd bathroom and 2 bedrooms. Plumbing has been updated, fenced-in backyard, a detached single garage, and a barn that has an oversized single-car garage stall, workshop area, and lots of storage. The siding on the barn was new in 2021. It's move-in ready at 511 South East Street. At 719 South 10th Avenue, this home has open living and dining area, remodeled kitchen with a neat backsplash, kitchen cabinets, and stainless steel appliances. There's a den on the main floor, 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Upstairs has 2 bedrooms with walk-in closets and storage bin seats. Master bedroom has a neat bay window and nice master bathroom. Lower level has the 3rd bedroom, full bathroom, family room, and extra storage. Newer windows. There is a gazebo in the backyard. Double-car garage at 719 South 10th Avenue. At 79891 Highway 2, it's an acreage close to town. A living room has beautiful original hardwood floors, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Laundry is located off of the kitchen. Lower level has a 3rd bedroom with egress window. All-electric home with a heat pump. Nice-sized yard with underground sprinklers. Newer windows, septic tank, and concrete driveway. New shingles in 2020 and siding in 2021. The large garage was built in 2012. 1.68 plus or minus acres with a fenced-in area in the back for horse. That's at 79891 Highway 2, Broken Bow. At 1725 North C Street, this is a 2-story home. This home sits proudly on a hill of a very large lot. Main floor has kitchen, dining area, living room, half bath, office, and a family room. Family room has a fireplace and newer waterproof flooring. Upstairs has 3 bedrooms and 2 more bathrooms. Master bedroom has a master bathroom, hardwood floors under the carpet, partial basement with laundry and great storage. You'll enjoy the large wraparound deck, mostly newer windows, furnace and air conditioner around 6 years old. Exterior was recently painted. Utility shed, garden shed, and double garage with storage above. That's at 1725 North C Street. And then at Myrna at 404 East Center Avenue, we have a home listed that has open living and dining space with lots of natural light. Galley kitchen with appliances staying, 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Lower level is a large master bedroom with a walk-in closet, family room, and 2nd bathroom with laundry area. Large finished garage with tons of storage. All electric home, open front porch, located just outside of Myrna. This home has so much to offer at 404 East Center Street in Myrna. Also in Myrna at 624 West Castile Street, it's move-in ready, everything on 1 level, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, large eat-in kitchen, all electric home, alley access in the back to the carport. It's a large lot at 624 West Castile Street. And then in Mason City, we have a profitable full-service firearms store. Purchase price includes the firearms, ammo, inventory, business laptop, shelving, furniture, office equipment, printer. GunSense, formerly as Cooper Corner, was established in 2017, has been greatly expanded with suppressed night vision, thermal equipment. GunSense is the only Gold Star dealer in Nebraska for a silencer, located on Nebraska Highway 2 with expanded customer territory through central, northern, and western Nebraska. A turnkey opportunity with a very bright near and long-term future at 474 Crawford Street. Then in Callaway at 203 West Kimball Street, we have a home that's close to downtown, open living and dining room. Kitchen has a cafe window, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom with a walk-in closet, main floor laundry, storage basement, all electric home. Detached garage, has a workshop area, and it sits on a very large lot. I think that sums it up for this week. I'd like to thank you all for listening. Have a great day. Thank you.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. A windswept wildfire has torn through the exclusive community of Laguna Niguel, south of L.A. Orange County Fire Chief Brian Fennessy.
We're looking at probably a minimum of 20 structures, either lost or partially destroyed.
Some of them are multi-million-dollar mansions overlooking the Pacific. This woman is among the evacuees.
Every other house is on fire on one side of the street, and then it jumped across the street and started burning other houses.
No reports of injuries. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
This fire is being fueled by the fact that there are strong gusty winds blowing throughout California right now and very dry conditions and absolutely no sign of rain coming along over the next couple of days.
Southern California Edison has sent a notice to California Public Utilities reporting circuit activity detected near the time and place where the fire started. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here's a look at Nebraska news from News Channel Nebraska. A Central Nebraska grain company could face penalties after being accused of selling more corn than it had on hand. The Public Service Commission filed a complaint against Union Grain Company of St. Labore on Tuesday. The PSC Grain Department complaint alleges that Union Grain Company violated the Grain Warehouse Act, which prohibits warehouse licensees from operating with less grain in the warehouse than outstanding receipts issued for grain stored by valid owners, depositors, or stores of grain in the licensed warehouse. 2 audits conducted by the PSC Grain Department found Union Grain Company oversold in corn on several occasions. A show cause hearing is scheduled for June 29th. That's Nebraska News from News Channel Nebraska.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoff second-round action, we had a pair of Game 5s with the Bucks rallying to beat the Celtics on the road, 110-107. Milwaukee was down 14 points in the fourth quarter, but they come back for the win thanks in large part to star Giannis Antetokounmpo's 40 points and 11 rebounds. Milwaukee takes a 3-2 series lead, heading back to Wisconsin for Game 6. Grizzlies embarrassed the Warriors 134-95. Memphis, without star Ja Morant, beat Golden State by 39 points. They led by 52 points after three quarters. Memphis' Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and Tyus Young all had 21 points in the win. Golden State still leads the series 3-2, but there will be a Game 6 in San Francisco. NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs first-round action, 3 Game 5s. The Rangers rally past the Penguins for a 5-3 win. Pittsburgh still leads the series 3-2. Panthers over the Capitals 5-3. Florida takes a 3-2 lead in the series, and the Flames beat the Stars 3-1. Calgary takes a 3-2 lead in the series.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for partly sunny skies. Do pick up a chance for some afternoon showers and storms developing with highs approaching 90. Lower winds breezy from the south and southeast. Then for tonight, a lingering chance for a storm in the evening, low of 47. Friday, abundant sunshine, not nearly as hot, with a high reaching 77. And for Saturday, a good deal of sun up to 80. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
8:05. It is 71 degrees outside here at Broken Bow. We'll call it partly cloudy to partly sunny. That cloud cover's a little thin and the sun's making its way through. Winds are out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 20. Barometric pressure's at 29.76, so that's actually down 1 point. Humidity at 81%. High yesterday was 90, and that came to us just before 6 o'clock last night. Actually, it was just hovering at 89 at 5 o'clock or 87 somewhere in there, and warmed back up in this 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock hour. Overnight low of 69. Sunset at 8:47. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:22. An inch 87 in the rain gauge so far this month. Looking for some more. And we got some chances here the next couple of days.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a chance of that shower activity we just told you about later on today going into tonight. So hopefully the track meets and all that can get completed that
Yes.
you're talking about. Corn planting in full steam ahead mode. Watched them plant the field to the south of us yesterday. Man, they can plant a lot of corn in a short period of time anymore with the big wide equipment they have. Got the big tanks on it, and away they go. Yeah. Hopefully you can get some more corn in or soybeans in, whatever you're planting, and get that in ahead of a nice rain. That would be good. But I think the guys and gals out there will take it however they can get it, so as far as the rain goes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, coming up next, we have commentary that we mentioned from Ray Hunt. And a little later on, we'll visit with Clang Financial and Subway. Plus, we'll probably do some more contractual agreements before the show is over with my neighbor. It's all coming up.
This commentary is brought to you by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio from Braden with Langley Outdoors Academy is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, this is one of those really important videos I want your feedback on in the comments field below, because in my personal opinion, we are in the middle of a shift, a perspective shift on the left in the approach to firearms, gun rights, and everything. Now, Just to give you a recap from previous experience we've had, when Biden was first elected, this is really important, it was all about the guns are going away. We're going to achieve common sense gun control. That was the big thing. About 5-6 months in, we started to see a tense and a tone change to, well, what's reasonable? Well, we're going to start to go on the offense and attack. We're going to get some executive orders. It was a big tone shift. Well, what we're experiencing right now is another large tone shift. I want to hear from you guys on this one. It's all linked below because this is incredibly important when you coincide it with the elections coming up. Check this out. I'm going to show you everything because sometimes it's not what you hear that speaks the loudest. Sometimes it's what you don't hear. All right, so guys, I'm going to lay this out as best I can, but please watch this because it's important and I want to make sure I land this plane with you guys. I'm going to show you an article, and there's 5 perspectives from 5 gun violence experts, and listen to what you don't hear. Check this out. All right. The gun violence epidemic feels hopeless. These 5 experts have possible solutions. This is from today. Now, coincide this with 2 or 3 other videos I've done over the last week and a half. They're all about responsibility, not around guns and gun control. Check this out, because it's starting to shift. Here's the setup. The violence added to the year's growing toll of mass shootings in the U.S., which stood at 154 as of Sunday morning, according to the Gun Violence Archive. Well, we've already debunked the Gun Violence Archive. They don't take into consideration any type of crime, anything. It's just the fact gun went off, someone was hit. That's it. The archive and CNN define a mass shooting as an incident in which 4 or more people are shot, not including the shooter. That's not important right now. Here's the first person. I'm going to run through these pretty quick, and I'm going to get my point. Cedric Huntley, the Nonviolence Institute. Now keep in mind, this is about not being hopeless on gun control. Cedric Huntley, Executive Director of the Nonviolence Institute in Rhode Island, which has worked with police and activists for decades to offer training aimed at stemming gang violence and retaliatory shootings, said there's no room for despair in the fight against guns, police, violence interrupters. Alex Kotlowitz, journalist and author. Check what they said. Quote, the street violence that we see in our cities, the vast majority of it happens in deeply distressed neighborhoods, centralized, focused problem area, not generic across the board. Quote, that's no coincidence. We've got to recommit ourselves to finding ways to fortify and rebuild these communities. All the obvious things which affordable housing, accessible healthcare, better schools, community centers. That's the part that drives me crazy. All the things we already know, but we're unable or unwilling to address it in a really robust manner. Building community and infrastructure. Okay, that's 2. Rafael Mengual, Manhattan Institute. A senior fellow and head of research for the Policing and Public Safety Initiative at the conservative Manhattan Institute think tank, said the declining number of police officers on the streets is an obstacle to combating rising homicides and shootings in America. Policing. Okay, let's keep going. Here comes Thomas Apt from the Council on Criminal Justice. The group recommends that cities conduct robust reviews of shooting and incident reports and intelligence gathering by law enforcement to identify hotspots with the most violence. Again, focused on the problem, not the generic. It's not about guns, it's about the problem area. Okay? That's number 4. Here's number 5. This is from a gun control group. Johns Hopkins is a gun control group. Daniel Webster, Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions. This is run by Bloomberg, or funded at least. Co-director of the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions, agrees that community violence intervention is a complement, not a substitute to good policing. Violence interruption, more policing. Check this out. What else he said? And in communities where guns are so readily available, Webster said it's hard to fathom a response that doesn't involve armed law enforcement. So there goes the psychologists, there goes the social workers. What I just showed you was 5 different opinions that were touted as the solution for the gun violence epidemic in the United States. Not one time did any one of them say anything about gun control, gun confiscation, common sense gun legislation, common sense gun control. Nothing. Does that mean that CNN all of a sudden goes, oh, I've seen the light. The Second Amendment is essential to our freedoms and liberties? No, could not be more wrong. The midterms is right around the corner, but the reason that I'm bringing this up, this is not the first time. We watch trends and we watch for the why on this channel. Everything that we're seeing is for a reason. We've got multiple different articles within the last week and a half that we've documented on this channel that is going away from gun control and into community resource situations, more policing, all the things that make more sense to a mainstream, middle-of-the-road audience. This is a tone shift because they've lost the initiative and they are going into the mainstream to try to get more voters to their side and appeal to a more broad audience. Because when they went through this before, remember, Biden got elected, far left, extreme push. Biden started losing power. We went right in the middle, kind of wishy-washy in attack and aggression. And now we're going middle of the road. This is really important to document because as we do this, we can see them for what they are, manipulative. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if I landed that plane correctly, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Wages. Call 836-2267 for more information. New sandals, flip-flops, and more are finding their way to the shelves at Bow Bootery. Stop in and take a look on the square in Broken Bow. Of course, these spring styles boast beautiful colors and style to enhance your new, fun clothes for the new season. Warmer spring days are upon us. Celebrate with new shoes from Bow Bootery. They are proud to be your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow at Bow Bootery.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has been serving the area. Contact Casey to schedule your aerial application this spring.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that very much. It is time to talk about finances and life and music, and a perfect guy in the studio just for that. James Klang is here from Klang Financial.
Good morning.
How you doing, James?
Great.
Good.
Wonderful morning, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Love
super good out there. James, could I ask you a question about finances real quick here, kind of personal?
Oh, gosh, I suppose, yeah.
So when you sell an insurance policy to someone or set them up with some sort of a commitment to save money, is that considered a contract or an agreement, or what do you consider that? Because I'm trying to work with my neighbor on a lawn service that I would like to provide to him, and he's resisting signing on the dotted line. How does that work in your business?
Well, this brings up another question. Is there a commitment issue here?
Well,
because a contract implies a commitment. Both parties have a commitment to each other. But to answer your question, yes, when we help someone with investments, there's a contract that we put in place to either purchase a mutual fund or to whatever the investment might be, an annuity or life insurance. It's a contract, and both parties have parts of the parts to play, right?
Right.
One funds it, the other one promises whatever.
Exactly. That's where I'm headed. And the other part of that would be like, okay, so you buy an insurance policy from Klang Financial.
Yeah.
And the agreement is that, let's say it's a life, you have these life insurance policies now that are also kind of savings accounts. And so there's you don't have to pass away to benefit from it.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
So what would it be like if you said, I'll tell you what, we'll put the money in together, we'll get the contract going, and the person will put the money in, and they have a spouse, and you say to them, we'll do the whole thing, but but your wife or your husband is not going to get any money, just you. See, that's kind of what I'm running into with Brent over there. I offered to do a free mowing of his yard because his folks are coming in to town, and he's got a track meet and so forth, so I want to help him out.
Nice.
And then, I kind of run into the fact that he said, yes, he would let me do it for free.
Oh.
And I said I would.
Now, wait a minute. You offered. You said that you would come over and do a free sample.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm all for the free sample.
Oh, yeah.
But there's no, I made sure that there was no, binding contract if you came over and did the free sample. You said you would come over, do it for free, and then
if you liked the product,
exactly,
you could order more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that brings me to you, because talk a little bit the companies you deal with. All right? Talk about reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
That's big.
Oh,
it's huge, isn't it?
It is.
It sure is.
That reputation is, that's, yeah, once
and they've
you have
been
a
around
bad,
for a long time.
Yeah, consistency.
Exactly.
You know what you're going to get, their quality.
You don't step into business with just some fly-by-night deal you have that has really never shown itself.
You want a track record.
There you go.
Right?
Well, sure, I understand.
So let's start
that.
with the free sample, Bernie. Just
well,
come over.
I told you I'd do it.
Yarn
I told you I'd do it for free, but I wanted extra. I want to weed eat it, and I want extra for that.
Well, I think you should weed eat for free too, because I don't know what your weed eating skills are.
There we go. Yeah, a lot of companies will do that. Dave,
lure you in?
No, they'll say, "Hey, we are so good. We'll show you how good we are for free." Knowing that because we have such a good product, you will want more. And so that's a common strategy. Now, if you're a fly-by-night and don't have a good product, then, that's a different story happens. You won't buy them if they give you something, if they show you their product right off for free, right off the bat. That's a good, then once you do the free, then you can work on a contract. Say, I'll do this X amount of times for X amount of dollars, and go from there.
James, I respect your analysis on this. Can I ask you a question then? If I go mow Brent's yard for free, do you think it's appropriate that I ask extra to do the weed eating?
You know, that you can negotiate that. That is a very good negotiable point. You know, weed eat.
I'm willing to negotiate. I ain't paying you a dime. No way. That's the end of the negotiation.
See, what that would be called is a hostile client.
Hostile client. What? I have never known Brent to be hostile.
Well, listen to him.
Yeah, listen to his voice. Is that a hostile voice?
It's pretty darn close.
Oh, my. Oh.
So I think this is an example, though, of communicating, sitting down and talking it over before anybody signs on the dotted line, so everybody knows what they're going to put
is key.
What they're going to receive. And in your business, that's what you guys spend most of your time doing, is making sure everybody understands what they're getting involved in and what the benefits will be and what the cost will be.
Well, yeah. Well, and we do 90% of our job is education, just sitting down. Here's all your options. We don't take anything off the table when it comes to helping our clients. We think that's important. Here's all your options. And then 10% is, okay, let's make a decision and move forward from here. But yeah, we love educating people. My dad taught at Mid-Plains for 30 years. And so it's kind of in my blood, I guess, education, teaching people. And I love to do that. So, and I've taken gobs of training that's just bouncing around up here. So
waiting to come out.
Yeah, I want to share that with people. So I love doing that. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about anything, I think I've said this before, our philosophy at the office is anybody that comes through that door, we're going to help. Whether they ever do business with us or not, that doesn't matter. We're here to help. We enjoy what we do. So if you ever have a question, come in and ask it. And, you know, contract law, I mean, that's very important. We deal with a lot of contracts. So we can help you with that, Dave.
Okay.
If you want to write up a contract, or Brent, you want to compromise, meet in the middle somewhere, that's huge. If neighbors can compromise, give and take a little bit, meet in the middle, everybody wins, right?
Would you be willing to be a mediator?
I'd love to be a mediator.
My goodness, I tell you what, I think maybe if we got you involved, maybe Dave and I could come up with some kind of an agreement.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't know.
We might be able to.
But I think another important point, and we kind of touched on it, I know you guys do your due diligence in researching companies that you become involved in, because you want to make sure that if you hook someone up with a company, that that company is stable and ready to meet the needs. I know you guys work hard in that, because you do deal with several different companies. I know
dozens and dozens, yeah, and that's really important because, you know, me and Steph, our plan is, Lord willing, to be here for a long time for the community. And we want to make sure we do the right thing. So 20 years down the road, we have happy clients, not clients that are upset with us. So we think long term in that respect, and we do our due diligence and make sure that the companies we work with are strong and stable and are going to be there for our clients. Absolutely. That's very important.
Excuse me. Speaking of long term, right now we're testing our patience a little bit, our dedication to long term, because of the markets, not doing well lately and bouncing around, and one day up 1,000, next day down, or maybe the same day. It's kind of spooky depending on where you're at in life. But I know you always assure us that long term it will work out.
Yeah, well, right now with the lockdowns in China, with COVID and inflation, everybody's talking about inflation. The feds are raising rates. All these things corporate profits come into play. The war in Ukraine. There's so many factors, and that's just touching the surface. There's so many factors that go into the ups and downs of the market on a daily basis, on a long-term basis, and it can be complicated. Even the experts that research it are split. They don't know what direction things are going to go. But I can tell you this: history tells us that every time there's been a downturn in the market, it has always been followed up with upturns. Okay, so in 08, 09, the market from top to bottom lost over 50%. The average portfolio was lost around 45%. But within 18 to 24 months, most people rebounded all of their losses and were off and running. And look at what's happened over the last 12 years, right?
Yeah.
There's always temporary downturns. We saw that in 2020. Huge, quick, volatile times. Within a couple months, you lost 35% and regained it back. Crazy times. So, but it's always come back, and that's the key. I tell my clients it's not necessarily about timing the market. It's about time in the market. So if you have time to be in the market, over time you will earn money. And so that's the key. These temporary things are good. They're natural. You want a correction. You want a readjustment because equities become inflated, overvalued. You want a correction so they're where they're supposed to be. And then you're off and running again, and that's where you can earn money.
James, how much discussion is there, depending on where people are at in life? Now, Brent's much younger than I am, so when it's bouncing around like that, it's probably not as worrisome. You're just getting started. Maybe you're just a brand new couple, got married, or single and starting investing. It's not, you want it to grow, but you're not so worried about it.
Yeah.
When is a good time for folks at a certain age to sit down and go, should I get more conservative here? Should I change things up? A little less of that roller coaster ride would be good towards the end, because you don't know. You're going to want to have those profits that you made, or those the money that you made along the way. You want to protect it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a lifelong strategy. But as you get closer to retirement or needing that money, yes, you should rein back the risk, become more conservative. And there's strategies that we help our clients put in place that preserves what you have and perhaps gives you a guaranteed interest rate for a few years until you need that. So the volatility that we're seeing right now it doesn't affect you. So there are those strategies that we can put in place, and which are very popular right now, as you can imagine.
Sure.
Especially for those that are nearing retirement, 60 plus. I typically suggest, if you got less than 5 years before you'll need this money, then you really need to pay closest attention to the strategies that you're putting in place and rein back some of the risk and take out some of the volatility that you've been used to in the market. And so if you find yourself in that position, that's definitely a time to talk to an advisor and ask them, hey, what should I be doing right now? So, and there are strategies. There's proven great strategies to put in place.
Okay. $1 million to most of us still sounds like a lot of money. But in reality, $1 million is way less than it used to be. I don't know maybe 20 years ago or 30 years ago. And so when we're putting that money away for retirement, and you say you have people say, well, hey, I'm getting close to $1 million between the couple. They're raising that. Well, that to me, that's still pretty darn good. But it's just not as much money as it used to be, is it?
Well, I know where you're going with this, Dave. Inflation.
Yeah.
And inflation has eats away at your dollar, right? And we're seeing a huge inflation right now. And you're right, $1 million 40 years ago was a heck of a lot more than $1 million today, and that's because of inflation. Now, inflation is the government set it at, and you can look at inflationary I-bonds. I don't know if anybody's heard of those, but you can get 9.62% on I-bonds right now, which is they track inflation. And so the government's saying, hey, inflation's really, this is historical levels. But over the last 40, 50 years, inflation has averaged around 3 to 4%. So this is unusual and temporary. And we need to keep that in mind as well. 9+% won't last forever. It's temporary. Just like the market, things will adjust and they'll come back down. But this is, we kind of saw this coming because of all the influx of money that the government poured out and stimulus packages. There has to be a give and take there, and there has to be for whatever the government does with the pouring out money, there's a back end consequence. And we're seeing that right now with inflation. But yes, $1 million is still a lot of money today, and that it depends where you live.
Yeah, exactly.
East Coast, West Coast, $1 million is worth a lot less than here in the Midwest. And one of the things that strategies we put in place for our clients that built up that nest egg and now want to retire and draw an income from that, there's two main scenarios. There's bottom up and top down. And we discuss those strategies with our clients and the pros and cons with each. Again, we lay everything out on the table, and we'll let our clients decide. A lot of times they want our recommendation. We give that to them, but it's their money. They can do with it whatever they want. We are just here to help educate, make sure that you are well educated on what you can do with it, and that's the key. Once people know what to do, I think what their options are, I think intuitively they know what to do in their situation, and that's really the key. People need that information, and we love educating people on that. So
next time you come back, I'd like to visit about taxes, because always the saying that you hear is Uncle Sam's going to get it one way or the other, at the beginning or the end, or coming in or coming out. I know you have some programs that help with that. You're going to pay taxes, but there are ways to where you're not going to pay more taxes than you should in investing. Sometime can we talk about that when you come back?
Yeah. Minimizing taxation, that's huge. I love talking about that. Yeah.
Well, one thing that you learn when you get older is you finally start drawing Social Security, which seems weird to even say that, but that's where my wife and I are at right now. And there's little surprises along the way. You're told that your whole life that someday you'll be able to get Social Security benefits. However, there's not really a big note alongside that. Is that you pay taxes on Social Security money that you get.
Right. What the heck? You already paid taxes on it once, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's twice.
No.
Yeah. And those are just some of the little. That's an obvious one, but that's how surprises come along with not maybe looking into it earlier on.
Yeah, it doesn't seem fair, but talk to your congressman about that. They have the power to change that IRS code. So
yeah. Well, we do have a lot of things going on right now. You kind of give an umbrella look at what's happening that affects all these things. And then we have this unemployment that's low, and people can't find people to work. And we know that stimulus money is not still helping those folks out. They're not sitting at home holding on to that stimulus money. So you have the labor situation, supply and demand situation. The world is a mess. And, you do kind of wake up in the middle of the night scratching your head going, what's going to happen next, don't you?
You do. But you know what? I have a positive outlook on things, and we'll get through this. Yeah. And things will... I won't say get back to normal, because what's normal, but they'll get better, right? Yeah. And life will go on. And I am encouraged by the resiliency and the work ethic and the positiveness that Americans have, and especially here in the Midwest. This isn't going to tear us down. This isn't going to topple us over. We're going to get stronger through all this, and we'll be better for it. And so I'm encouraged by just the people I talk with every day. They're concerned, and that's good to be concerned, because then you look at things more closely, and that's a good thing. But we're not going to be shaken. We're going to keep going. We're going to get through this. And I just love the attitude that we have here in the Midwest about that. So
well said. I think sometimes we can't look into the future. We can't really see what's going to happen in the future. We know that because nothing, as you say, is normal. But I do believe, the more populated areas are going to become less attractive over the years, and we may see a bit of a surge here in the Midwest because they're looking and saying, well, hey, you know what? They don't deal with a lot of the things we deal with on the more metro areas.
Sure.
I truly believe down the road, I don't know how many years down the road, but we might be worried about how many people are coming here someday.
Right. Well, this is a great place to live.
Yeah, it is. And part of the reason is because we don't have people shoulder to shoulder here.
Yeah, that's right.
Not that you want to not let people in, but you want to kind of keep in mind what's the overall positive picture here.
What I've found is one of the biggest problems we have in the Midwest is, should I mow my neighbor's lawn for free or not? I mean, should I just, some people, they won't even ask. They'll just go mow their lawn.
Yes.
Out of the goodness of their heart. I've seen a lot of that in this community. And, I think that's,
well, I think
that sets us apart.
I think that's swell, James, but I just don't think that's very good business.
There's a difference. There's business, and then there's acts of kindness out from the heart.
Yeah.
There's two different things.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little conservative, because, the last time I really took a hit and got ripped off, the person said, well, it's just business.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And so I become a little more aggressive.
Sure.
And then my new neighbor across the way, he's doing some weird stuff over there that it's just really, I want to help him out, but there's some stuff going on over there. It's really bothering me.
Huh. Maybe you should record this.
Oh, don't give him an idea on that.
You should each put cameras on your...
Every time I walk out the door, he's critiquing me. I mowed my yard last week, and what do I get on Monday? He critiques... He critiques the way I walked behind the mower.
Hey, Brent, you can tell a good friend when they come to you in love, Dave, right?
Sure.
And say, hey, this is something I've noticed you can improve on. And that's when you know, and they're not afraid to do that, and you're receptive to it. That's when you know you got good friendship. Yeah. So I'd commend that between the two of you.
Well, thank you, James. By the way, say hello to Stephanie.
Oh, yeah.
She's the numbers girl there and does a great job. And I know you've talked about working together, and you also have Iona there.
Yeah, she's working out great.
I bet she's
working
a good
hard.
gal.
And Edda,
Edda's there.
she is the rock. Boy, we appreciate her. So, and if you want to come in at any time, talk with us, Edda is standing by those phones right now. And you can call in at 872-6810. Rebecca, a.k.a. Iona, is there as well. And she is helping a lot of people with Medicare and health insurance. So she's doing that part of it. And obviously me and Steph are always there. So call in 872-6810. We are located at 940 South D Street, right across the street from Nebraska State Bank. And you can reach us online at jamesklang.com.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
Guys.
I'm just going to play this next song to my neighbor, for my neighbor. It's the Rolling Stones, and I Love You Too Much.
Grass seed has high germination, is weed-free, and comes with the expert advice that you don't get at those big box stores. Arrowseed has several different turf varieties and a knowledgeable staff to assist you in choosing the one that will work best for you. To learn more, call or stop in to Arrowseed in Broken Bow or visit arrowseed.com for the dealer nearest you.
The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow is the place to go when you need sewing and quilting supplies. They are excited for their upcoming classes. Sign up now and plan to join them Sunday, May 15th from 1 until 5 for a table runner class. On Sunday, May 22nd, they will be having a Laura Heine applique class from 1 to 5. Seats in these classes are limited, so stop by or call for more details or to get registered. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Pearson Physical Therapy invites you to a free upcoming event to learn essential skills for caregivers. May 26th at 2 p.m. at the Broken Bow Library. Learn instruction on fall prevention, transfer training, positioning tips, lifting techniques, and more. Attend whether you're a full-time caregiver, have a grandparent living with you, or simply want to learn how to keep your loved one and yourself safe. To RSVP, call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or go to pearsonpt.com.
Happy May from the Secret Garden. Go and see them any day in May. Weekdays noon to 5, Saturdays 8:30 to 4:30, and Sundays from 1 until 4. It's time to get plants in the ground. Go see their amazing variety of annuals, succulents, cactus, and vegetables. Enjoy a $5 lunch and of course grab one of their signature lattes or smoothies, available in tons of flavors. A truly unique shopping experience awaits you 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north. The Secret Garden.
8:48. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Thanks to James Klang for coming in. Always enjoy visiting with James, and you will too if you stop down to the office or give them a call. Check out their website. Brent.
Dave.
If this works out, if I can start a new company, Dave's Lawn and Knife Sharpening business.
Yeah. I love the knife sharpening idea. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll be honest. When it comes to knife sharpening, I would be one of your first customers.
You would actually pay for it?
Well, if I would probably see if you would give me a free sample first so that I would know what your work is like.
Oh, boy. Well, I was thinking the way to get started would be get a nice logo.
Yes.
And then go to Velma's place at Churchill V Stitching Post and see if she could maybe make some sweaters or jackets, hats.
Oh, yes.
I know she can.
Yes, I know she can. And I'm just imagining what your logo would look like. Bernie's what? What's your idea for the name of the business?
Well, I'd like to incorporate a garter snake in it somehow.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the snake would make the D or or the Dave's or the S.
Oh, here we go. We'll put a B on DB. Okay? And then but a knife for the straight line on the D and the B.
Yeah.
And then your snake to fill out the D and the B. You see what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
There you go. Could be your logo. Yeah. Have Velma put it on a hat for you, on a shirt.
I wonder if Jeremy could design that for me. And I'll bet he'd do it for nothing.
Well, sure. Out of the kindness of his heart.
Well, he's a friend and
yes.
work associate.
But yeah, we can give testimonials as to Velma's work because she has done a lot of things for us for the radio station. In fact, hats and stuff, and we have nice jackets that have KCNI, KBBN on them, and Velma did that, and she does great work. She can help get your creation started today, so give her a call at 872-6173. She carries top-quality letter jackets as well, so if you're thinking ahead to next year, now's the time maybe even to get started on that. Purchase one for next year and get ready for next school season. Has some new items, too, new apparel styles in stock, as well as can order just what you need. So give her a call today at 872-6173. You'll find Circle V Stitch and Post just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road.
Thank you, Mr. Apperson. Thinking about how many live bands, How many musicians have walked on the stage at Sylvester's in the last 30 years? It would probably amaze you. And Freddie's cranking it up a little bit now. He's got another band coming in to play this weekend. The Innocents, a very popular band at Sylvester's. Is that Friday night?
That is Friday night. Tomorrow night, the Innocents is coming to town. They'll be at Sylvester's performing from 9 to 1. No cover charge.
Oh.
Just come on in and enjoy the music. The Innocents has shared the stage with the likes of Boston, Cheap Trick, Foreigner, and Kansas, playing a little bit of everything. You won't be disappointed, so come on out to Sylvester's at the Quiet Little Place.
That rocks!
Sylvester's welcoming in the Innocents, 9 to 1 tomorrow night.
Thank you, Brent Amberson.
And Saturday, starting at 5.
We'll be right back after these words.
Purple Wave. We sell big, dirty, greasy things. Get the equipment you need now on purplewave.com. Hundreds of items sell each week. All items guaranteed to the highest bidder, regardless of the price. Bid now on farm equipment, construction equipment, vehicles, and more. purplewave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
The Rescue Bar and Grill, located right on Main Street in Sargent, wants to invite you to 2 events coming up this week. Thursday, May 12th at 7:30, stop in for a meeting focusing on forming an axe throwing league at a second location here in Custer County. If hurling axe appeals to you, this league may be for you, so come and show your interest. Then on Saturday, come in for delicious prime rib and stay to see Lost County Road play from 9 to 1 a.m. 2 events in 1 week, May 12th with an axe throwing meeting and May 14th for prime rib and Lost County Road at the Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent.
Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow is there for you when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors. They have you covered for spring and summer and from head to toe if you need it for track, baseball, or softball. Don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
Spring cleaning applies to a lot more than just that junk drawer you've been avoiding for years. Refresh your checking account and upgrade to Premier Checking, the Bruning Bank account that rewards you for your everyday banking habits. Whether you currently have an account with us or not, setup is quick and easy. While you're cleaning up your banking, go ahead and explore the My Card feature on our mobile banking app. You can manage your debit card with one click and explore all the possibilities available to you. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
1 minute before the top of the hour. Next hour, we'll be visiting with Subway in Broken Bow. We have a few job opportunities out there for you to apply for. Also want to honor nurses. It's International Nurses Day, so we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Good.
And also the release of the NFL regular schedule is coming out today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think I saw one matchup already.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's playing Kansas City on a Sunday night. That'd be a good game.
And they're getting international. They're going to play 3 games in England this year. Packers take on the Giants is one of them. So they'll be going international. Now, is the Nebraska game still on for Ireland?
Ireland, Dublin, yeah, I believe so. Yep. That's toward the end of August. I want to say August 27th. Am I right on that? I don't know.
Late August.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll talk about some of those things, and we have a few birthdays to mention that we didn't get to earlier this morning, so stay tuned. It's all coming up. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. President Biden has just addressed the number of COVID deaths in the United States.
Today, we mark a tragic milestone here in the United States. 1 million COVID deaths.
White House officials are warning of the possibility of another deadly wave that could infect 100 million people with a new Omicron variant.
We have to double down on our efforts to get shots in people's arms, country by country, community by community. Ensure we have reliable and predictable supplies of vaccines.
Mr. Biden is urging Congress to sustain funding for those vaccines, as well as testing and treatments. Alexa Rivera lost her mom to COVID at the height of the pandemic.
The suffering that my mother went through, we were unable to be there for her on her last days. We were unable to offer her comfort.
The president has ordered flags lowered to half staff to pay tribute to the victims. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
Another NFL schedule matchup was released today. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to host Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football in Week 4. In Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on Wednesday night, the Memphis Grizzlies blew out the Golden State Warriors 134-95 for a 3-2 lead. The Grizzlies scored 77 points in the first half alone and led by as many as 55 points in the third quarter. In in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Milwaukee Bucks won at Boston 110-107 for a 3-2 lead as they rallied from a 14-point fourth-quarter deficit. Bobby Portis has the go-ahead putback with 15 seconds to play. Drew Holiday, the game-tying three-pointer with 42 seconds to go, and made 2 huge defensive plays in the dying seconds to preserve the victory.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, look for partly sunny skies. Do pick up a chance for some afternoon showers and storms developing with highs approaching 90. Lower winds breezy from the south and southeast. Then for tonight, a lingering chance for a storm in the evening, low of 47. Friday, abundant sunshine, not nearly as hot, with a high reaching 77. And for Saturday, a good deal of sun up to 80. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Irrigation season started early this year, and Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They are once again offering free FieldNet and NFTrax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so make sure you call soon to reserve your pivot control or set of NFTrax. If you want to skip the demo and buy, Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not have previously been able to get it. More bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. If you need tires but don't want to upgrade to NFTrax, 11.2 by 38 tires with reinforced rims with tubes are on hand and on sale for $1,000 per tire while supplies last. Of course, if your pivot is leaking more than irrigating, don't settle for second best on sprinklers. Update today to have installs done before service season heats up. Call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
International football, huh?
Yeah, they've been doing this for a few years, where they go outside of the United States and play a game.
That's un-American.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Why would you say that?
Because football, the style of football we play,
yeah,
is American. What are we taking it over there for? They got their own football.
Well,
what's that all about?
I don't know, Dave. You'll have to talk to the NFL. I'll get Roger Goodell's phone number for you.
Thank you, Custer Electric and Irrigation, for bringing weather and news to us here at 9. It's 73 degrees outside. We'll call it partly sunny. Winds are picking up at 15 to 25. Just saw gusts over 30 a moment ago. Also, a big thank you to Dave Lynn.
Yes. I'm going to give him a round of applause. Thank you.
Yes. Crawled up the tower and replaced our wind meter for us yesterday that basically just burned up from all the wind we've had. He showed me the old one, just the bearings just went out.
Yeah.
So now we have correct wind again. We were using the airport before. So we see gusts up to over 30 already. Barometric pressure is falling now at 29.75, humidity at 75%. Well, we mentioned it's International Nurses Day today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure nurses get enough recognition for what they do, but today we're going to celebrate worldwide the anniversary of Florence Nightingale's birth in 1820, the founder of modern nursing. An annual Gallup poll has ranked nursing as the most honest and ethical profession in the United States every year for nearly 2 decades. And that just speaks for itself right there, I would think. There's a very good reason why nurses' shoes aren't made to be cute. They spend hours and hours, day and night, on their feet. On an average, they walk an equivalent of 4 to 5 miles every shift.
Wow.
Nationally. Not to mention, making sure folks are comfortable, making sure that they're taken care of, that their medications are coming in correctly. The list goes on and on and on. So hats off to nurses today. And I don't know if we want to talk any more about the release of the NFL regular schedule now that they've gone non-American. I don't.
Yeah, I don't quite understand. I mean, it almost looks like they're like announcing games here and there instead of just releasing the whole thing at once. I don't know. I guess it's to build the anticipation. I don't know.
The NFL has already announced it's going to have the first regular season game in Munich, Germany, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks on November 13th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the NFL will also play 3 games in England that we told you about, the Green Bay Packers and the Giants, and I don't know who else. Or maybe they'll just go over there and play 3 games. I don't know. It's un-American anyway.
My goodness, it's bothering you.
Well,
what's the big what?
If you
people in other countries are enjoying the sport of football,
they have their own football.
Well, yes, they do. It's
not like our
different
football.
than the style that. Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of us would refer to it as soccer, what they would call football.
Well, they in Ireland they have their own football as well, with goalposts and everything.
Oh, okay, all
Yeah,
right, okay.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's different, and it's interesting.
Is
to
it
watch.
like Australian rules football in Ireland, or is it something completely separate? You have any idea?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know Australian football. They should keep it in Australia, and we should keep our football here.
Okay. Okay, Dave.
Birthdays go out to you folks today who are having birthdays. I lost my birthday sheet.
Yeah, you're just getting all flustered
Well-
now. You're just revved up.
We'll go over there and I don't know. It just doesn't sit well. Happy birthday if you're having one. Bert Bacharach is celebrating his birthday today. 94.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the? Didn't he do one? Was it? Which one was it? Was it Singing in the Rain? Did he?
Raindrops.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. That was
Yeah.
Bert Bacharach.
That was the one probably that got as much notice because it was on a movie, right?
Yeah.
But he's recorded over 1,000 with 1,000 different artists. So he's 1,000. That's quite a few. Tony Hawk is 54 today, the famous skateboarder. Happened to see a documentary on Tony Hawk. Interesting guy who's had his ups and downs in skateboarding.
Literally.
The Birdman. Yeah, and he was the first skateboarder to land the 900, completing 2.5 midair revolutions. And I can tell you by the documentary that I watched, he'd practice that and just tear himself up, and he'd do it over and over and over. He's one of those people that just has to get it. And, now known as the Birdman. 54 years old. Steve Winwood is 74 today, Hall of Fame singer-songwriter, part of 3 rock bands, Spencer Davis Group, Traffic, and Blind Faith, and been very successful. Had the opportunity to see him play with Eric Clapton together in Omaha a number of years ago. They were kind of on the outs many years ago with Blind Faith and different things that took place, and they got it together like good neighbors do.
Yeah, good. I bet that was a great show.
It was a good show. Billy Squire.
Oh, there you go.
The Stroke, My Kind of Lover, and Rock Me Tonight, just to name a few. He's 72 today. Emilio Estevez is 60 today.
Really?
Yeah.
60. Wow.
80s Brat Packer. Broke out playing Andy Clark in the Breakfast Club. Amongst
An
other
80s
things.
classic.
He was in the Mighty Ducks film series. What was that?
Oh, the little kid, the Disney film.
Oh, okay.
The kids that played hockey. He was their coach.
I see. Thank you. Trolling and trending. I know people call it trending. I like to call it trolling.
Oh.
Trending.
What is trolling? Is it when you're like picking on somebody or something? Is that what they call trolling? Because I've heard the term on social media. So-and-so was trolling.
They're out looking
this
for
person.
Whatever, looking for things. Well, when you go trolling for fish, you just put out your bait and drag it along and see who takes it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
If Jeremy's listening to us now, he's into one of those shaking head moments.
No, that's all right.
Dave and I are just social media illiterate. maybe is the best way to put it.
And I have a little tidbit on social media in a moment that might just, well, it probably won't surprise you, but it's the latest survey.
Okay.
Anyway, trending. Yes. I don't know if you heard about this. Can you imagine nailing all 6 numbers in the Mega Million jackpot, only to find out that they screwed up the drawing?
No, you're kidding me.
No.
Really? Someone picked all the numbers, thought they won, and then were told that it was screwed up?
Yeah, the guy who was hosting the Tuesday jackpot announced the wrong number. And he said the Mega was a 6 when it was really a 9. So now Mega Millions has temporarily put a hold on all the prize payouts until they straighten out the whole mess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Question.
Okay.
Can you imagine just being put into one of these new tractors and they put you in the seat, don't give you any instructions, and say, Brent Apperson, plant this cornfield? Would that be a nightmare?
Well, yeah, probably for me, although I don't know. Some of these tractors anymore can about do it themselves.
Yeah,
can't
but
they?
you have to know how to make it do that.
Yeah, right, yes. But yes, that would stress me out.
If you were in an airplane and all of a sudden there was no pilot and you had to land the plane, would that freak you out?
Oh, heavens, yes. Sure it would.
That happened.
Oh.
In Florida. A guy who never flew a plane before saved the day and maybe a few lives. It was a flight with only 2 passengers on board. Once noticed that the pilot was out cold, and the passenger got on the air with traffic control and admitted he had no idea how to fly an airplane. The dispatcher coached him through the safe landing.
Wow, just like in the movies.
Yeah. This was at Palm Beach Airport. Other air traffic controllers around were amazed how well he did for the first time. The FAA is investigating what happened to the pilot. No word on what caused him to get sick. But the pilot goes cold, and you're getting instructions from down below on how to land the plane. That would be freaky.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Some jobs available out there that we want to tell people about there, Brent Apperson?
Sure. Nebraska Land Chiropractic in Broken Bow has an available position for a flexible front desk chiropractic assistant. 18 to 22 hours per week, looking for someone with a willingness to learn, proficient computer skills, highly motivated, and has great people skills. Paid holidays, end-of-year bonus, and chiropractic care for immediate family members. Start date upon hiring. Send your resume to this email, anylandchiro, CHIRO, @yahoo.com. That's at Nebraska Land Chiropractic in Broken Bow.
All right. Let's take a timeout and see if we can get a hold of Matt with Subway.
All right.
We'll do that as you listen to these words.
Let's see. If something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Azotic North America President Nolan Berg says their Invita technology is the only nitrogen-fixing bacteria that works from within corn cells to fix N all season long.
Unlike many biologicals that work in the soil, Invita moves throughout the foliage and the roots of the plant and produces nitrogen exactly where and when the plant needs it the most for yield.
He says last year's widespread drought showed available nitrogen doesn't necessarily mean accessible nitrogen.
No matter how much nitrogen is in the soil, whether it be from synthetic fertilizer or soil-borne biologicals, if the plant begins to shut down due to stress, those nutrients aren't being efficiently translocated to where and when they are needed the most for growth and yield. So Invita being available throughout the plant, in the plant cells, basically turns every plant cell into its own nitrogen-fixing machine.
In corn, Invita produces an average yield increase of more than 8 bushels an acre over 80% of the time. Learn more at azotic-na.com.
9:17. Matt is in his garage making Subway sandwiches.
Wow,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, he loves to make Subway sandwiches so much, even when he's in the garage, he does it.
Unbelievable. I would like to see that setup.
What are you making, Matt?
Oh, nothing. I'm just actually relaxing.
Oh, I thought you was making Subway sandwiches.
No.
No.
Getting ready to walk into one of my stores here in a few minutes.
Oh, I see. Boy, stopped in the other day at Subway. It was hopping. There was people everywhere. It was busy here in Broken Bow, and Ellen had a handle on everything. It was going good.
Yeah, she does a really remarkable job. I am very happy with her.
You bet. She made the sandwiches up just like we wanted them, and off we went. Now, I know that you and Brent talk a lot about ordering in advance with the digital technology available. But I'm still old-fashioned. I still prefer to go in and do it the original way. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it is. I actually still prefer going into the store and getting the sandwich made right in front of my eyes as opposed to ordering online, but that's me. I like to see my food getting made.
Mm-hmm.
I've made a lot of people mad over the years when I've fired them.
Well, I suppose so. Again, that's one of the reasons where you're careful about where you eat. Anyway, Brent Apperson likes the app because he uses the example when his daughters order, and maybe his wife Shelley, they can have it all ordered when he goes to pick it up rather than... Now, when I went in the other day, I actually showed Ellen my phone that my wife texted me what she wanted, and I just held it up to Ellen, and she made it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right, that works also. We have a lot of people that do that. The phones are a great asset to businesses nowadays, and they help dads out a lot.
Yeah.
I can contest to that. Yeah. Can you pay with your phone? Do you pay with your phone now, too?
I pay with my phone.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do that
you
at
have,
Subway?
Your Apple Pay or your Samsung Pay, yes, you can pay with your phone.
Okay. I didn't know. I've never done that, but I've seen people that do just pay through their phone.
Yeah. Matt, do you have to have money to be able to do that?
Yes, you do.
You have to make sure there's money in the account. Oh,
wow.
wow.
I see.
Okay, well.
Well, it's a changing world, and convenience is certainly a big factor there. A lot of it probably comes down to, everybody's on the go, and if you can have those sandwiches made when you get there, if you have some place to go and be on time and those sorts of things, it sure helps. Right now, there's a big track meet here in Broken Bow today, and track meets all around. They're getting ready for the state tournament next week, and I always think about Subway sandwiches and track, Matt, because, again, it's so handy because they can order the boxes or they can order the sandwiches they want, have them wrapped up, and eat them while they're waiting for the next event, or the fans can do the same thing. That's just a good example of how handy it is if you want to make it that way.
Right, and then the good thing about Subway is the food doesn't weigh you down while you're at a track meet.
That's true. And
like those greasy foods do.
That's true. That's a good point. And put them in a cooler, and they'll last a good long time until you can get to them to eat them. And even if you're a fan, it doesn't make you want to take a nap. You want to eat it and go, right?
Right.
Okay. Anything new as far as the menu goes? You got all kinds of choices. Really, every day is new because you can have your sandwich made different every day.
Right. Right now we don't have anything new. We're still doing the capicola, and that's going over really well. I like to add it to about every sandwich right now. So I haven't found one that doesn't taste good on.
Okay. Well, you're a good experimenter, no doubt about it. We trust you. And
Right.
I had a good old turkey sandwich the other day. I'm so exciting, but it sure was good. And
Try it with honey mustard this time?
No, I just went with mayo and salt and pepper.
Yeah, stuck in that rut.
See, I forget about the salt and pepper, and I don't know why I do. But I forget
Right.
about the salt and pepper that you have to put on the sandwich, because when I remember it, it's good when you put salt and pepper on it.
Yep. I wish they'd bring back the subspice that they had for a while.
I don't know if I
That
remember
was some
that.
good stuff.
What was it like?
It was like a steak seasoning.
Oh, that would be good.
Do you guys still have the what was it, the Baja steak or whatever? Do you
Yep,
still have that
Baja.
sauce?
Yes, we do.
Okay, all right.
Well, let's talk about what we talk about with everybody, Matt, and that's employees, needing some employees. And I know that you would like to get back to some of the hours that you had before COVID, but you really can't do that until you get staffed up.
Right.
So I know Ellen would love to have some applicants come in.
Right. We are hiring full-time, part-time. You want 1 or 2 days, we will look at you and probably give you a job. We just need some help, so we need somebody to fit the puzzle to our team.
All right. I must compliment you on your root beer before we go. The root beer is excellent out of the fountain. I just love it.
Right on.
That goes
I'm
with
glad
turkey sandwich really good.
I'll have to take your word for it. I haven't had a soda in about 7 years.
You know what? It's kind of weird. That's about the only time I have one is from the fountain at Subway. I don't drink pop at home either. So there's just something about having that ice in the cup and pouring that pop over it and having it that way with the sandwich really hits the spot.
Yes, it does.
All right, my friend.
Hey, Matt, before we let you go, refresh everybody's mind on your hours right now. What are the hours at Subway?
We're open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Okay, closed on Sunday.
Yes, we are.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, Matt. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Take care.
Yep, thank you.
You
Have
bet.
a good day.
Yep. Matt with Subway, Ellen here in Broken Bow. They'll take care of you right on Highway 2 here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And you're in pretty good shape whenever you stop at a Subway, wherever you find one as well. A couple more jobs that you wanted to talk about?
Sure. Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna's looking for some full-time help. There's some part-time hours available as well. With the full-time position, it does include full-time benefits. Mainly looking for people to fill the evening hours of 4 to 10 p.m. You can apply in person at the Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna. You'll find them right there just off Highway 2. They're open 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. That's at Trotters Woe and Go in Myrna. Also, there's a couple of job opportunities available right now through Mead Lumber in Broken Bow. They're looking for a driver yard worker. And you say, well, what does that entail? Well, here it is. Primary responsibility is to pull and assemble loads and or drive company vehicles to deliver merchandise to customer job sites and then unload the materials to the customer's satisfaction, keep yard clean, and assist customers in the yard. That's available now at Mead Lumber. They're also looking for a sales associate who would be responsible for various sales duties, including sales support functions, office coordination, and assist with some merchandise deliveries. They offer a competitive pay and benefit package, including paid holidays, vacation, sick time, group medical and dental insurance, and 401k. So contact them today if you're interested. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow.
And just wanted to back up just for a moment when we thanked Shotgun Annie's Saloon and Grill during our Beef Month giveaway promotion. We told you that Shotgun Annie's has a prime rib special on Friday and Saturday nights. They don't have it every weekend, but they do this weekend. So it's this Friday and Saturday night in Callaway. Shotgun Annie's will be featuring the prime rib special this Friday and Saturday night, and they'll change things up in the days to come. Let us know what they're going to be doing the next weekend.
All right. Hey, don't forget about our good friend Roxanne at Nebraska Land Hearing Center, board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow. And May is Better Hearing and Speech Month. So to celebrate, Roxanne has put together some really neat things, offering additional discounts for the month, discounts for new patients, receive chamber bucks with every purchase of new hearing aids. Just contact Roxanne and get an appointment set today. The number to call is 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852 for the Nebraska Land Hearing Center, located downtown Broken Bow in the Broken Bow Chamber building.
Well, we were talking earlier with James Klang about saving money, and right now I think the theme would be, well, it's tough to save money with the inflation and all the cost increases in gas and groceries. But to show you that human nature prevails, Brent, I'd like to present this to our audience this morning.
All right.
It's tight out there for many people, but right now, with gas prices being outrageous, like $4.40 a gallon on the West Coast, inflation doing the double take, casinos are having their best month ever.
Oh, great.
In March and April.
That's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they took in over $5 billion just in the month of March.
Wow.
$5 billion with a B. Overall, the first part of the year was good for the gambling business, one of the best, especially in Arkansas, Florida, and New York.
Ah.
So even though it's tight and we're struggling with groceries and gas, the casinos are doing really, really well.
Still have that dream of, well, I'll get ahead by hitting it big at the casino.
I might lose the house trying, but
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We talked earlier about trolling and trending. Probably put Jeremy into a tailspin. A study.
Oh, good, a study. Love those.
A break from social media. I agree with this study. I don't even think you need a study.
Oh.
If you want to get in your little corner, go ahead. But I'm going to, I'm
going to guess I'll agree with you on this.
A break from social media improves mental health.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Even science says that taking a break from social media is good for your head. A new British study says turning off Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram for just 1 week can have positive effects on your mental health. They found people who spent about 9 hours a week on social media reported feeling less depressed and anxious after muting their accounts.
Oh.
I think sometimes there's enough drama in this world on its own to not magnify it on those platforms we just spoke of and others. Do you need to know about things? Well, then make a phone call and talk to somebody about it or go see them. But don't think that just because you see it on Facebook or TikTok, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel worse.
Whoa. Yeah. Have you ever done a TikTok video?
No.
Okay.
My grandson is watching TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
People are looking at Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
It's not healthy. I'll stand by it.
I know you will.
I watch people in agony going through and reading things, and some of them are very important, don't get me wrong. And I think it's great when you can show pictures of the grandkids and wonderful moments. There's not all Facebook things are bad. There's a lot of good things on there. But there's a lot of things that aren't so positive. So take a break. Turn up your radio. Your radio will not bother you at all. Radio is good. There's a study.
Yeah, there you go, Dave.
Somewhere that says, throw away
there's
your
a
Facebook.
Study. And listen to the radio.
That is correct. That's correct. We'll be right back.
Ever feel like your insurance company doesn't know you? Insurance Corporation will issue generic plans where agricultural activities occur. Only a human can visit your farm or ranch to know what you need. Find out why Farm Bureau Financial Services is the #1 ag insurer. It's your future. Let's protect it. Talk to an agent today or visit fbfs.com/protect. #1 ag insurer across our 8-state territory. 2019 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
9:31. Do we get everything taken care of?
I believe so.
All right. All right. So today's a big day for track reports on KBBN.
Yes.
and a couple an hour, I think you said you're going to be trying to do.
We might go that route, yeah. Top of the hour for sure, and then we might be doing some more within the hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me get something coming in here on my phone. Go ahead. I'm paying attention. Go ahead.
What are you doing? Checking Facebook?
Yeah, let's see.
After what you just talked about?
Oh, be darned.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, there's one from Jan.
You know, there's a study that says taking a break from that would be good.
What? What'd you say?
Yeah, see? Here we go.
Oh, track.
Yes, yes. We're going to be live at the D8 Track and Field Championships. A lot of our area teams are competing there today, so we'll keep you updated with what's happening. We'll have hourly updates, and, yeah, good chance we'll be maybe even doing a couple per hour, especially once we get rolling into the afternoon. So we encourage you to tune in and listen, and we'll be telling you who qualifies for state automatically and trying to keep you up to date.
And don't forget also on both stations, saluting Loop City seniors today. And this is the last day for our salutes. So thank you again, everybody, for making that possible. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I had planned taking the day off tomorrow, but I can come in and see you if you want me to.
Well, wait. So, in other words, you've got a day of vacation tomorrow. You're taking, and you have Peg and Jim are coming in. You're going to spend time with them, and I'm not going to be able to.
Well, I could bring them out to visit.
Well, that'd be nice. Otherwise, I'll just be your lawn boy.
Yeah, could you get that done today before they arrive? I'll be at a track meet.
All right, take care.